Hello. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is World Wrestling Federation Superstars from June the 20th, 1992. And so, onward we go. So the opening match was between former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Hawk, Animal, the Legion of Doom. And they took on Tom Bennett and Barry Hardy. No relation to Matthew and Jeffrey. I don't think so, anyway. But Hawk and Animal, of course, won. What a rush! And so 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. The next match was former World Wrestling Federation champion. Yes, he was. Sergeant Slaughter. And he took on the fantastically named Red Tyler. And he had like really bushy, curly hair. It was living the life of Red Tyler, really. And Sergeant Slaughter won with the camel clutch. And at the end, he said something into the camera about the Mountie. I couldn't understand what he was saying because Perpet and Vince were talking all over it, as they do. The third match was the Repo Man, and he took on Brian Costello. And the Repo Man won again with his modified, like one-arm-legged Technoscope leaf. Weird. But yeah, he won. He was tapping out. Nice. Tapping out, bro. Tapping out. You can't see what I'm doing. It looks really weird. But yeah. But yeah, so Repo Man won that. Now, after that, they had a vignette. And that vignette was regarding... I don't know, I'm trying to get my hair right for this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I'll try it, see if it comes off. It might not work. But, hey yo, my name is Reza Ramon. And I am coming to the World Wrestling Federation. A lot of people here in Miami, they live in squalor and terrible conditions. But me, Reza Ramon, I do not. My accent is terrible. I apologize. But I do not. I am coming to the World Wrestling Federation. Put another accent on there. The World Wrestling Federation to win gold. Because I am Reza Ramon. It wasn't like that, but that's sort of, you can get the gist. He was sitting in a car with like his chains and stuff. So yes, he is coming to the World Wrestling Federation. He is. The next match was Crush, and he took on the Brooklyn Brawler. Hey, the Brooklyn Brawler. And Crush won with, well, the Vice Crush thing. That I'm not sure what they called it, but yeah. He won in a big smile on his face afterwards. Good old Crush. Then they had an interview with the number one contender to the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Championship. And that would be Shawn Muchaels. And he was talking about how good he is, how good he looks, how good he looks in the mirror that Sherry was holding, how good he would look with the Intercontinental title around his waist, and how good it would look when he beats Bret the Hitman Hart for said Intercontinental Championship. And after this, a few minutes later, they announced that Shawn Muchaels had left the building. As he did. The next match was Dwayne Gill with really long hair, and before he morphed into and he took on the Dead Man, the Undertaker. And as you can imagine, this match didn't last very long, and the Undertaker just went, "Whoa-hey, Tombstone, thank you very much," and put Dwayne Gill in the body bag, as you do. And they kept talking in the match about Mr. Fuji and the Berserker, and like maybe they'll stab him, like type thing, cut him into pieces. Yeah, it's not going to happen. No, but we shall see if that match happens, when that happens, and how it happens. But The Undertaker won that match. And your main event of the evening was a tag team match between two of the best named non-stars, because I'm not going to call them the word that everyone calls them, but non-stars. And they were Rock Werner, yes, not related to Timo Werner, commonly of Tottenham Hotspur, commonly of Chelsea and Red Bull Leipzig, and Butler Stevens, and they took on the current and reigning World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Ted DiBiase, Owen Leicester, Money Inc. Now, during the match, they were talking about the earthquake and typhoon, natural disasters, calling them out. Yes, this storyline has been going on since WrestleMania, so it's been going on for nearly 3 months. They haven't had a match since WrestleMania. Not on Superstars, anyway. Dear. Ted DiBiase and IRS won the match, obviously. And then after the match, like when Erwin got the pin, then for some bizarre reason decided he was going to kick the guy on the ground. I don't know if that was a receipt he was giving out or what. I don't know, but it was just a bit random. Now, what I did mention is earlier in the night there was supposed to be a match between Papa Shango and oh god, I can't remember his name. There was this guy that came out and he had like a towel around him. He was a non-star, and he was gradually coming into the ring, and he was really careful because he didn't know what Papa Shango was going to do. And he got in the ring and he kept looking over, and he was very cautious. He didn't want to get in the ring, and then he put his towel that he had around his neck, and then he put it down, on the side. And he turned around, he looked at Papa Shango, and he looked back down, and then he realised his hand was on fire. So obviously the match didn't happen. So yes, Papa Shango's weird things keep happening on this show. Yeah, very strange. But yeah, that was your World Wrestling Federation Superstars for June the 20th, 1992. Literally nothing of any importance happened, but that is what the WWF was in those days, in those shows where they were building up. Remember, they only had the 4 big shows a year, and there was always a drop-off between WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Oops, spoilers. There always was, until I think 95 was when they started doing. Well, 93 is when King of the Ring came in, but 95 is when they started doing monthly pay-per-view. So it's a long way to go yet until we get there. But we're on the road to, well, nowhere, actually, as Chris Rea would say. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is World Wrestling Federation Superstars for June the 20th, 1992. And as we all know, you're grateful, I'm Nitro, and we're all in. Night-night.